Graveyard Hour, which is the new name of this show, because the show didn't make much sense rather than hour. Anyway, I'm completely destroyed today because I came back from the cemetery at 4 a.m. and slept an hour and a half, and that was it. So, yeah, I'm hanging on somehow. And I did a live stream yesterday. A few hours ago now. At night, last night, I made it was a first for me, a live stream at the cemetery in which the viewers were pointing me where I go next, given the options. So it was 2.5 hours at the biggest cemetery in Poland. And I have a theory that this cemetery is the most lit up cemetery in the world at All Saints Day, which was yesterday, and today we have All Souls Day. So, yeah, I covered a lot of things at that cemetery, and yeah, it was fun. A bit scary at one moment because I went into this tactical fort, military fort, like ruins in the middle of the cemetery, and as soon as I approached this thing, I smelled cheap alcohol in the air. So I'm almost sure that someone was there, and we'll never know. Hello, Joe, anyway. So yeah, the stream was supposed to be horizontal, and I don't know what's up with this mobile streaming. This one I scheduled like 10 minutes ago at the last minute, and I set everything to be vertical like you see now, and then it changed into to horizontal, and it changed into vertical at the last minute. But thankfully I was very alert this time, so it's horizontal as it should be. Okay, let's flip the hourglass and let's get this show on the road. This hourglass, I said before, is that it is 55 minutes and 55 seconds, and it is not. It is 55 minutes and about 5 seconds. So it's 55 seconds. It lacks 55 seconds of sand. Anyway, I really enjoyed this night. It was fun. It was completely different. I do this every year for many years. I go on All Saints Day to visit the biggest cemetery in Poland. It is located in the city of Szczecin, the city that I was born in and I am living in. Surprise! I got some greetings from Szczecin one time. So if you're watching this, cześć. Anyway, I had such resistance in going there. It's always like that. It's the same like with this live stream. There's just some voice that's talking, that's saying like, don't do this. Why you doing this? There's no point in doing that, and you need to really focus on shutting this voice up. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking right now. I wouldn't be talking to you. So yeah, some of the people from the United States, when they were seeing these the Sea of Lanterns at the cemetery yesterday, they were very surprised by the sheer number of lights and decorations and flowers, which are forbidden in the US, and as I learned in the UK too. You have very strict regulations about what can be and what cannot be placed on the grave. And I kind of understand that, but to a point. I don't think that there's anything wrong in placing some personal items, as long as it is not cluttering the neighboring graves. So it's pretty sad for me that that the American graveyards need to look like golf courses, and pretty much everything is forbidden. So yeah, I think that Polish people, I don't want to say that we care for the graves the most, but because it's just not true. Because there's different cultures and customs, but I think that our graves are among the most flamboyant in the world. So definitely they have the most lanterns, as far as I know. I'm really curious about the graves in Czech Republic. This is the most atheistic country in the whole of Europe. So, and they have very loose regulations, so you can see pretty much everything in there, and you can bury people wherever you please. So there's a story about one lady whose mother had died, and she had this urn with ashes, with cremains, somewhere in her house, and later she decided that her mother deserves burial, that she would like to bury her, but the graveyard was too far away, so so she just buried her in right outside her apartment building, and placed a bench there, so it's nobody had anything against it. It was incredible. There's some kind of a documentary on YouTube about the Czech Republic funeral customs. They seem not to care very much about the remains. It looks like when someone is dead, they are just dead, and that's it. There's something like a government issued cremation, and then the urn with the cremains is stored in a funeral home or the crematorium, and it waits about 2 years, I think, and you need to pay about $50, I believe, or something like that, to get the cremains of your loved ones. And if you don't do that, they just go into the common crypt in those plastic bags, like 10 urns in one. So yeah, that's very interesting, and I'm thinking about going there next year, because it's like a 5-hour car drive for me. So for those of you who live in the US, it's like nothing. It's like going to a neighbor. But yeah, so I'll definitely contact some funeral homes, and we'll see if I could make an interview or something. I will go to Prague, and there's a huge, beautiful cemetery there. And on the way, we have the Gunther von Hagen's Plastinarium. So yeah, hello, Lisa D. Welcome. Yeah, so these are the plans for the oh, my uncle, hello, welcome. These are my loose plans for the upcoming spring, and before that we'll see what I will do regarding my travels. And I have this cemetery nearby here, which is a cemetery of pioneers of the city of Szczecin. There are a lot of neglected old German graves. I've made a part of my video about the cemetery symbols in there. And you have, oh, goede avond. You have a lot of indentations in the ground. So it's either the graves were exhumed, but the gravestones remain, which is strange. So I assume that the gravestones, there are 3 options. Either the graves were exhumed, which is not highly believable for me. The second option is that the graves were robbed, And the third option is that the graves were just have fallen into themselves, hence the indentations. This is not visible very good for filming when the leaves are all over the place. It's kind of in the forest, so to speak. So I was waiting for the first snow of the season last year, and thought to myself that, oh, I'll go tomorrow, the snow will last, and it didn't. It just fell and melted right away. So this time, if the snow falls, I'm just going straight to film this place. Yeah, and that's it. Oh, as for this show that you are watching right now, this is just me sitting and talking, but it will evolve slowly. I want to turn to a computer, not doing it via mobile like so, and but it'll take some time. I have a lot of technical issues here, like slow internet, cameras, and I have two cameras, and we'll see. I won't bore you with the details. I was I was reading Google reviews of cemeteries and crematoriums, and there's a city in Poland that's very hard to pronounce for the foreigners. It's the city of Bydgoszcz, and in this city you have a crematorium, which is located somewhere in the forest as well, on the outskirts of the city. And Google Maps had placed the marker in somewhere in the wrong area, and thus people have a hard time getting to the crematorium. And there are a lot of one-star reviews because of that. But not only because of that. One of the one-star reviews is just, I don't have it here on paper, but I will paraphrase it for you. There was this guy who reviewed the crematorium. So let me take a sip of coffee first. This is something. I don't know even where to start commenting this man's thought processes. Anyway, he went to the crematorium, and he gave the crematorium 1 star on Google Maps reviews. And his reasoning was that when he approached the crematorium building, he didn't see the black smoke, which would mean that the cremation is ongoing in his mind, of course. So he thought to himself, if the cremation that was scheduled on this hour is not ongoing because there is no black smoke coming out of the chimney, that must have mean that the crematorium is saving money by burning 2 bodies at one time. So they are waiting for another body to come for the cremation, so they will cram 2 bodies at once, and that way they will save money. So 1 star. Can you imagine that? This is just beyond everything. I mean, my mouth was open when I read that. 1 star because he didn't see a black smoke coming out of the crematorium. So the crematorium saves money by cramming 2 bodies into the furnace. Yeah, I think black smoke would mean that yeah, people are just, if the black smoke would be coming out of the chimney, that would mean that there's something very wrong with the burning process, with the cremation process. This word is strange for me. I need to look up the etymology of cremation. For me, it's like, like cream. So if the black smoke would be coming out of the chimney, that would mean that something is wrong with the furnace, because the temperature is very high, and yeah, it's not vaporizing the body, but it's like you have this welding torches. So imagine much bigger ones, or those torches for no, thanks, Daniela. Yeah, it's a work in progress, but there will be wall of lanterns there. I have a lot of ideas after tonight. I mean, yesterday's night. I slept a few hours, so I just don't know what day it is. So yeah, imagine a torch for repairing roofs. Yeah. So imagine a few of them, and this is what's happening. It's just blasting the casket and the body all the time, and everything becomes glowing red, except the eyes. The casket goes like in minutes, and then you can see the cranial sutures glowing, and the eyes are black because they contain a lot of water. Yeah, I got like oh, and midnight walk was today. Yeah, thanks. I can always count on you. Thank you. It was very nice of you to tell me what hour it is and how much time it is left for closing the cemetery. Thanks. So anyway, this furnace chamber is very small. Just one casket fits inside, because otherwise it would be very impractical, because the heat would be dispersing too much, and you need to blast the body, just whatever you have in those torches. Anyway, so that would be absolutely impossible to put two bodies inside it. And if the body is big, and if the person is fat, it's very dangerous to cremate such body, and the technician needs to be very careful, because there's a lot of fat which is very flammable, and yeah, it could cause a lot of trouble. So yeah, as for the cremation, you have this song, It's Raining Men, and one time I had an epiphany that this song, It's Raining Men, this song is about cremation. Let me tell you how I got to this conclusion. So you have a body undergoing a cremation in a furnace, and nothing escapes. So no black smoke, as we established. Nothing escapes other than water vapor. The only thing that goes out of this chimney, this cremation furnace chimney, is water vapor. And as we know, water vapor goes into the sky. We are containing mostly water. So if you burn a man in a cremation chamber, the water from this man's body and CO2, yeah. So this water goes into the atmosphere and forms a part of a cloud, which can become a rain cloud. So it can be raining men literally this way. So that's yeah, I'm thinking about such things, like a wood stove. I've never thought of that. I think of strange things. So yeah, and if you look up the lyrics, for "It's Raining Men," and you think that this song is about cremation, the lyrics start making sense. It was very funny when I looked it up the first time, and I first came up with this idea, and then looked at the lyrics. So yeah, I didn't do much last week. We have a change of time in Poland, and it is always destroying my psyche and everyone that I know. It's just I don't know, these daylight saving times. Um, it's doesn't work on me very well. So anyway, I didn't do much. I didn't start the chapel. I mean, I did start the chapel for my mini dead man. Here's a very rough sketch how it will be looking. Just a small altar, and this will be a wreath with flowers. I will make a little picture of this man in the casket as he was alive. Yeah, I hope so that it will end. It's ridiculous. There will be this man in the casket, placed on these things that I don't know the English name of. It's catafalque in Polish, and I will make a few benches. This is very rough and doesn't look good. Doesn't give the atmosphere that I'm trying to convey here. But yeah. I want to film the whole process of making this thing from scratch, because yeah, it could be like that. Yeah, I will film the. I want to show you my thought process because I don't know about the scale. I mean, I know when you have the scale like 1 to 5, it means that something is 5 times bigger, but I'm not even trying to measure things. I'm just doing it by eye, putting things next to other things and looking at it, if it's looking good or not. And that's how it's gonna go. And yeah, so tomorrow I will start doing it and filming it. We'll see how it goes. And this will be put on my Patreon, which is still in the works, should be ready last week, as I said. Then this will be a special place because on Patreon I will post every work in progress and my stories. And my stories from where when I was a mortician and when I was working in the funeral business, because I have a lot of. Oh, let me start from the beginning. When I started working at the funeral business, I started writing a diary from day one. So I have first few months written down my every feeling, first body transfer, first washing and dressing, first funeral, first everything, first digging of a grave, a lot of adventures. And I would like to compile all of these stories in a book, but it will take a lot of time. So I've decided to put it out in chunks first, and the Patreon will be a place for that. Yeah, I knew that this is something special, and I was waiting subconsciously for this moment, working with the dead for many years. So as soon as I started, before I even started, I was going every day after work at the to a cemetery, sitting down on a bench and writing everything down. Yeah, and it's just so it's full of hot takes. Yeah, it's very interesting to read now for me, with my experience, how it was and how much I've evolved since then. So yeah, that'll be it, and hopefully next week. I think so. I want to do this. I want to start this. Yeah, the chapel is not ready, but I'm getting ready for my huge life project, my magnum opus, my Meisterstück, which will be my whole world based on my knowledge of the funeral industry and the dead and everything. I want to compile it into my fantasy world of undead, which will be funny and inspired by things that I love, which are the Monkey Island game series, Tim Burton movies, and stuff like that. So, and people who are one-man bands, like a guy who did a movie Gruff, Gruff. Your Sistine Chapel, exactly. Yeah. That'll be it, and I'll start very small. I've seen that my Mini Deadman, I really dislike his suit, so I've decided that it is about time to buy myself a sewing machine, because this is one of the things that I would like to learn, sewing things, and yeah, so I will make it my Christmas present, I think. And the other thing that is very urgent for me, as soon as I'm done with the chapel, I will tackle the cuckoo clock, or I will do this simultaneously. So it'll be a zombie cuckoo clock with a little zombie instead of a cuckoo, and the whole thing will be shaped like a mausoleum. I want to make it very simple. I'm inspiring myself by Tim Burton. And yeah, there's a great making of Nightmare Before Christmas on YouTube, so you can check it out. I just started watching it. Yeah, it's the one thing that I love the most. And connecting those two things, my experience in the world of Dead and miniature making, diorama making, filming stuff, and creating my own reality, is just yeah, I can sit in a room for 8 hours and not even realize how much time had passed. So yeah, I'm really excited for that, and that'll be starting next week. Oh, I got a present. I mean, it's going. There's one viewer, that's Becky. I don't know if you're watching this. Hi, anyway. And one lady who's watching me contacted me, and she said that she wants to send me something, and these are glowing in the dark socks with skeletons for me and for my wife. So yeah, I've established a postal office box, a PO box. So she's not the first person who asked me about the address. So if you would like to send me something, feel free to do that. I will open everything on live stream. This will be a segment, I hope, for the future. Just don't send me two things. Don't send me anthrax, and don't send me poop, please. Here's the address if you would like to see it. You can later pause the video. Skrytka 519, that means postal office box in Polish. And Marcin Zbierski, that's me, that's my real name and last name. This here, ul means street, ulica, Dworcowa. And yeah, there's a postal code. And oh, and it is mirrored probably. So I will write it down in the pinned comment, but tomorrow, so yeah, I forgot. I will write it down in the comment below. So yeah, or and I will pin the comment. The other thing that was preventing me from doing the chapel, from starting the chapel, was that I really got into Stephen King's novels. I've never read them before, and since I started, I read one. I read Carrie already, and I'm reading Needful Things now, which is 600 pages long, but I just cannot get enough of it. And I start to understand why he is such a best-selling author, because he knows that the devil is in the details, that the details are the most important thing. He knows how to make a impressionist painting with words. On 3 of the first pages of this book, he painted such a complicated picture of this little town called Castle Rock, and the relations of the people that are living there in their quirks and their everythings. Hi, Derek. Welcome from England. What part of England? We'll see if he writes back. So yeah, in this book there's this man who opened little store with things that he is selling, and these things are the things that people really dream of. They are various items, and what I've noticed while reading this book is that it was mentioned like 3 times in a row that he had the same length, Whitby on the northeast coast. Okay, I heard that name. Isn't that where the this goth festival is each year? Whitby? It rings a bell. They made a movie about it, exactly, with Ed Harris as the detective. And as soon as I'm done with the book, I will watch the movie. It's 3 hours long, and since I learned that Ed Harris plays this detective, I see the Ed Harris in my head while reading the book. But the owner of this store in the book has the same size index and ring fingers, and it was like mentioned once, twice, and thrice. And then I looked at my own fingers and I said, like, hey, I have the same length index and ring finger as well. And I went on the internet to see what it means to have the same length index and ring finger, and it turns out that I'm the devil. So yeah, I mean, it means that I had received the same amount of testosterone and estrogen while I was in my mother's belly. So it's very interesting that this proportion of the index and ring finger is significant, has a significance, and there were a lot of different studies made on this. So it's very interesting. Then I've reminded myself that that I have you have these lines on your hand, yeah, and I have the longest lifeline, that's this one, that I have ever seen. So look how long it is. It goes, I don't know how to show it to you. It goes, yeah, right to the top. So I was this was all while reading the book. That's why I have a huge problem in reading books, because I can read like half a page for half an hour, and yeah, mine are the same. I'm doomed. Yeah, you will burn in hell. So yeah, I was like from the finger ratio to the palm reading, and it turns out I never knew anything about palm reading. I know that one is for money, one is for health, and one is for life, and that's it. That's what I know. Hello, baby. Hello to you too, Joanne. It's funny because my wife is name is Joanne, and we call ourselves babies. So it's a strange feeling, but yeah. Hey, anyway, I didn't know if you know, but I don't know if you know, but this whole thing that palm reading is called palmistry. Palmistry, and the palm reading person is called a palmist. Have you ever seen something supernatural? It's a tough question because, yeah, well, I mean, I've seen things that I cannot describe. You see the slide here? Once I was standing on the huge stairs which are overlooking our city, and I saw something like glowing like this, like exactly this. I thought, my first thought was like someone left a bicycle light in the grass, and I was looking at it, like not like from the corner of my eye, because I just, yeah, if something appears in the corner of my eye, it doesn't count. So or noise or something, yeah. So it was this light, and I was like, what the hell is that? Did someone leave a bicycle light or something? And it was a few meters downstairs from me on this little terrace, and I was looking at it. It was glowing like this, like exactly like this light here that I'm showing you with my index, but fainter. And I was thinking if I should go there downstairs and see it, but it was so strange looking at it. It didn't move, nothing. And I thought, I was sure that someone left a bicycle light in the grass, but I didn't see it while walking up the stairs, so that was strange. And then I've decided to go downstairs, and it just, there was nothing, and it ceased to exist. This was the weirdest thing that I've seen. Yeah, to this day I have no idea what it was, and I was completely sober. Yeah, I've seen some lights in the sky also many years ago. Like if you have light going like this, that, yeah, that's nothing. But if you have lights going like mosquitoes, and there are like few of them, this is strange for me, because I'm a little bit into astronomy, and there's nothing that moves like that. So if you see 5 or 6 stars that are moving in a semi-random pattern, that's really strange for me and unexplainable. But who am I to say that something is impossible or supernatural? For every advanced technology is supernatural for someone who doesn't know it. So some time ago, a lightning was supernatural for people. So I know that I don't know. There's a great pie chart on the internet. You have, pie charts. So you have the circle, and you have one wedge is like titled "shit you know." There's a little bigger wedge by its side, and it's like "shit you don't know." And there's this huge rest, which is titled "shit you don't know you don't know." So there's so much to know, and I'm way too small to deal with in absolutes, to say that something is possible, and definitely that something is impossible. So yeah, sleep paralysis. I didn't have that. I never had that, but I've heard that this is terrifying, because you can only like move your eyes and nothing else. As yeah, there are interesting paintings about sleep paralysis with demons sitting on the sleeping person chest. So yeah, which shit I forgot. I have this huge pie with shit that distracts me. Yeah. So yeah, like now I completely forgot what was the my point. So yeah, this the palmistry. Oh, and about the palm reading, you have dominant hand. This is my left hand. It is my dominant hand, and the right hand. And you have 2 sets of lines, obviously. So yeah, I wouldn't want to have that. You have 2 sets of line. You have your dominant hand, and you have your, well, non-dominant hands. Are you doing mummies? Well, I'm doing the mummy of my son. Okay, anyway, you have this hand, your non-dominant hand is your potential. and your dominant hand and your lines. So I don't believe in that. It's just fun, you know. It's amusing. It's entertaining. Not like this is then. So so your non-dominant hand is your potential, and your dominant hand is your like real life. So the lines on your dominant hand are the reality, and the lines on your non-dominant hand is what could happen. So what could happen with my life here is my life could be derailed and ended quickly, and the reality is that I should live a very long life, judging from my dominant hand. So that's a pretty entertaining thought. Uh, oh yeah, I was looking at my mini dead man. I told you about the sewing machine. Yeah, I'm really into old movies now, and the camera tricks like forced perspective and stuff like that. So I want to experiment a little bit with cutouts. So you make a cutout of something and place it in the front of the camera, so it's not in focus, and then mommy of the no, I don't deal with mummies because we don't have mummies, but I've seen mummies in Spain. You can check this video out, exploring the Spanish funeral customs. The bodies in Spain are getting mummified very fast without anything. It's just the dry heat. They are placed in the nichos, which is how the niches are called in Spanish, and it takes just a short while for them to dry up completely, which was absolutely mind-blowing. The cemetery worker was kind enough and showed me a few of them with bare hands. So when I saw that he is touching a head of a lady with bare hands, I was like, okay, so no problem there. And I was touching it too. So yeah, but we don't do mummies. We don't embalm people in Poland. Very seldom. Embalming is very rare in Poland and very exotic, and it doesn't seem to be catching on. Although there are some people who would like embalming to be the norm. As for me, embalming is it should be done only when necessary, when the family needs to gather, and it takes time and in circumstances like that, when the body needs to be preserved because the funeral will be after some time and not immediately. The body doesn't need to be embalmed for a week, but it loses water very fast, as everything in the fridge. If you put something in the fridge, first thing it loses it's water. An extreme way of losing water is in low temperature is freeze drying. So I've seen a body of a girl who committed suicide. She didn't want to commit suicide. She wanted to get attention of her boyfriend. So she went outside the window and hanged on to the window window sill. Yeah, and well, she didn't know that she will lose her strength. My name is Edward. I'm funeral service operative for London Funeral Home. Oh, with cribs. Yeah. Thanks, Edward. What? I cannot. I don't know how to. Okay. It was just put inside of salt. Yeah, it would. Anyway, Edward, thanks for writing in. Yeah, John, and is this absolutely amazing, amazing man, and I'm looking forward to visiting them next year, in May probably, if all is well. So yeah, I couldn't get enough, and I was just mind blown and flabbergasted. Yeah, and I forgot what. What a pathetic reason to do this kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah. I will. I will. We have some plans, and I just. Well, no problem. DM me on via Instagram if you can. Okay, it's Martin's Graveyard on Instagram. I just posted yesterday a few pictures of the gravestones, how they look decorated at All Saints Day in Poland. Just a few of them. So great. So yeah, you can check them out. And so this will be quite a journey next year to London. I'm going for a week this time, not just for a few days, because it's so much to cover. John has, yeah, great, thanks. John had just showed me just a tiny bit of his National Funeral Museum, and there's so much more to cover. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and we will see some parts of the funeral home. It is massive. It is one of the 24 branches, and yeah, what I would really like to do, love to do, I'm thinking about it for a long time now, is I would like to visit Africa, go to Ghana. They have a branch there too, but I would like to contact these dancing pallbearers and learn how to dance with coffin with them. So maybe it'll become a reality sometime in the future. That would be absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, we don't have much time left. I will show you something as my show and tell. I have, you buried the coffin? Yeah, of course. I mean not 36 branches. Wow. Yeah, I buried a coffin, but I mean, not on the shoulders. We do that in eastern Poland, but yeah, we just go like this. But I had one casket that came from Danish people, or from Denmark. Yeah, and the handles were so small that you needed to go like, you can grab it like this, only like this, and the body was very heavy, because it was a sealed metal casket, and it was just, we were terrified that we will drop him, and we didn't check. I mean, I didn't check how heavy the body is. So when I grabbed the casket in the chapel with lots of people, I was like, oh shit, how heavy is that? And it was like, I don't know, 150 kilograms, and you go downstairs with this. Oh, I thought that I would die. It was scary. It was scary because, yeah, it's the worst that could happen. Just, letting go of the casket. Anyway, we do a book recommendation next time, because look at the time here. But I have something really interesting to show to you. This is my souvenir from my last visit from London. I mean, to London. It's a. Let me take this out. I had a great time at the airport with this. Yeah, great, Edward. Thank you for reaching out to me. We'll talk later. Okay, so look what this is. I'll show you. Oh, it's mirrored. I don't know why the picture is mirrored. This is genuine Australian souvenir. It is marked what it is. It's a kangaroo scrotum. It's a real one. Oh, smells a little bit. It smells. But it. Oh, thanks, Jakub. Dzięki. Zaraz kończymy. There's not much sand left. Yeah, this is a kangaroo scrotum. Corkscrew, by the way. I bought it in the last Tuesday Society. I don't know how exactly this is made. This is a scrotum skin, that's for sure. And we call you say in English you say you call the testicles balls, and in England, in Poland, sorry, we call them eggs. So the kangaroos are poached because they are for many reasons. Yeah, mainly because they are. I mean, I don't know if there's too many of them or something. So you can say that these are poached eggs. So what about the girl that died but didn't want to? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me. So the girl. So yeah, kangaroo scrotum, my souvenir. No, no problem. We'll get that to the end. Okay, maybe I'll do 5 minutes more. Yeah, poached eggs. Anyway, so the girl lost her grip and fell down, and I've seen, yeah, died on the spot. I've seen her body the same day, and then I've seen her. Well, she looked fresh. She was young. She was 20 years old, and I've seen her body like 2 weeks later when she was going to the cremation, and she looked completely different because of the water loss. So her eyes were completely sunken in, and the face was waxy and like very. Very, yeah, life is incredibly precious and time flies faster than you think. Yeah, we'll end up on this note. Check out my videos. I will post the mailing address if you would like to send me some stuff in the comment below. I'll do that in a few minutes. And yeah, new videos should be coming twice a week now. And yeah, and dramatic. I have some stories. I will probably launch my Patreon next week, and yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me, and join me next Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Europe time. Have a great day, night, or evening, wherever you are. Bye. See ya.